new year, guys. 2021. We just started the new year. Hopefully you had a great winter break and you had an opportunity to get some rest, reconnect. I know that it was different. It was different for all of us. However, sometimes when there's change, it forces us to do something differently and to do things better, right? So we have a new opportunity to do better, be better, challenge racial and social inequities. We know that there's a lot of that happening in our world right now. A lot of it has come to the surface. So I think it's an opportunity for us to be that change we want to see in the world. So happy New Year. We're very happy that you're back with us this semester. So far, this is what we have, guys. Are you connected? Look at our 11th graders. Way to go, guys. 100% of you are showing up on Zoom, and you are also logging into Schoology. We see those numbers on the table here on the left. You'll see the first column is Schoology, okay, and the percentage of students who are logging in every day. And this is for just this week, guys. And then Zoom. We got to work on Zoom in some of those. I know that some of you might not want to be there because you don't want to get on camera. You haven't combed your hair this early in the morning. But this is our opportunity to socialize, to see each other again, and also just to see that instruction. Your teachers are spending a lot of time preparing. So let's get into class and make sure that we are connected. Stay engaged and stay positive, guys. Your Schoology, that's where your independent work time is going to be. So this is where we are now. You already know we're doing synchronous and asynchronous, which means live and then independent work. One thing that is new for this semester is all of your teachers will be adding 30 additional minutes of office hours on Tuesday through Friday. We already had office hours on Monday. We're adding office hours on Tuesday through Friday now. Attendance is being taken and your parents are being notified if you're not attending. Remember that during the asynchronous, we are taking attendance based on Schoology. So if you're not logging into Schoology or onto the platforms, then you are absent. You're considered absent. We'll talk about some of those other things as we get through the presentation. So let's move on to the next slide. So student expectations, you all got it on the poll. You know, we're asking you to be safe, be respectful, and be responsible. We just want to remind you that in distance learning, some of these things look a little bit different, right? We're not on campus yet, so we cannot necessarily address everything the same way. So just remember that a lot of the learning is happening on these digital platforms, which means you have to follow the policies. You need to ensure that you're using appropriate language, that you're not posting inappropriate images, whether that's on your profile picture. I know some of you have changed your profile pictures. Make sure that those are appropriate for school. Also remember you're using a school device, so everything that you do on that device is monitored and tracked. I do want to remind you of that up to the minute that you log in and the minute that you log out, guys. So please make sure that you keep that in mind. Don't share any passwords. Don't leave your computers on and walk away from them. Okay, one big thing, and I know that this is a struggle sometimes, guys. There's a lot going on in our house. That's why you see these backgrounds on ours. Okay, it's the best way for us to ensure that you're just focusing on us and not on the crazy stuff. The other thing that you could do is you could make sure that one thing, here's something that I do. I'm sitting right next to my wall, right? And there's nothing behind me. So this is just another suggestion that when you're home, you don't want people to see everything that's going on behind you. You know, there's a lot going on. All of us are working from home right now. That's one way to kind of maintain your privacy. We do want to see you. We want to, when we're speaking to someone, it's helpful if we know who we're speaking to, guys. So just keep that in mind. Respectful. Again, we're online. We see the cameras. We want to make sure that those are staying, that you're wearing the appropriate dress. Mr. Magallon is tricking me here. And then responsible, again, we do acknowledge that these are challenging times, guys. We know that it's difficult to stay connected sometimes, or your internet's not working that morning, or it's dropping you. Continue to push through, continue to check in with your teachers. If you know that morning you weren't able to log into period one, just email your teacher, send them a Schoology message and let them know, hey, you know, I was not able to log in. Can I I wanted to let you know why, and I will do my work online. Okay. So we know you will do these, and we hope to have another successful year. So here's our schedule for next week. So take a look at that. You'll notice we're back to our regular routine, our regular schedule, starting with our period 1, 2, 5, and 6, depending on the day. Monday is a holiday, so it's not on there. You see these blue squares on here for Zoom. So these are your live classes. Back to 2 1 hour Zoom sessions, and then your STEM lab in the middle of the day before lunch. Okay. Your that where the S is, those are your asynchronous or independent work times. So we're back to the same schedule. What will happen differently next week is we're going to be focusing on helping those students that are still finishing up their fall semester classes. We're going to give you next week to try to catch up on some of that work, to get extra help from your teachers in order to make sure that you pass. We want all of you to pass your classes. We know you're capable of it. Self-talk, remember that positive self-talk. Remember to believe in yourself. Some of you will be taking what we're calling these workshop modules. You selected your preferred topics, so service learning, senior defense, being a peer mentor. So based on your choices, the majority of you did get choice 1 or choice 2. During these Zoom sessions, you will be reporting to a different Zoom room. Okay, so again, if you are placed into service learning in the morning, that whole morning, the whole week, you will be going into service learning instead of your regular class. In the afternoon, if you're doing peer mentoring or coding, that's where you will go to. Okay, and then everybody reports to STEM Lab. These asynchronous times are meant for you to continue to work, for you to continue to check into those classes and connect, and then just use that time to do the work either for your workshops or for your incomplete packets. And then beginning the following Monday, we're back to our regular schedule, starting with Schedule B. So that will be posted. Sorry, one more thing, guys. Those of you that are doing the workshops, you should get a message from your STEM Lab teacher today about where to report to on Tuesday morning. Okay, but if you have any questions, remember you can always email your teachers, send them a Schoology message, or just call our school phone number. We are able to answer phone calls from home as well. So you will get Miss Denia, Arturo, or Yesenia on the phone, and they will be able to support you with that. Do we have any questions in the Q&A box, Mr. Mayon or Miss Padilla, about any of this? And just remember, guys, you do have that option. If you have a question, just type it into the Q&A box or into the chat, and we will address those as the session goes on.
Doesn't look like we have anything.
Perfect. So I am actually going to turn it over to Mr. Magayon now. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you have a great day.
Awesome. So as Ms. Trejo was telling everyone, right, we, a few of us are getting an opportunity to improve some of our grades in our classes. So if you have incompletes, the deadline to complete all incomplete assignments is January 29th, right? So attend your teacher's extended office hours to be able to get that help. A lot of you have been making great progress over the winter break and you're getting stuff done. So now final straightaway, let's get that work done. So another tip is also that you have to let your teachers know when you're done with your work via Schoology, right? We can't, sometimes we don't get all of the notifications. Sometimes we can't see all the assignments that you submitted. We got to make sure that they're accessible by us. So let your teachers know, hey, Mr. Magayon, I finished my assignments for my incomplete. Can you please go ahead and check them? Awesome. If you do not complete this work by that deadline, you're going to receive a fail on your transcript. That means that incomplete is going to turn into a fail. So let's make sure that we attend those office hours, get that work done, take advantage of this opportunity, and just stay ahead of the game, right? As I always say, right? If you stay ready, you never have to get ready. So take care of the things you have to take care of now, and don't wait until the very last second senior year, a month before graduation. So let's get this done. Si se puede. In terms of communication, right? Our Ms. Trejo always sends messages home, either through phone calls or through text messages as well. We have our website, stembh.org. We have a brand new YouTube channel. That's our link to it right there. So bit.ly/STEM YouTube, all the capital letters matter. And then obviously we use our social media to communicate with all of you as well. So on Instagram and on Facebook, there's weekly recorded calls. Again, you could communicate with all of your teachers and send messages 24 hours a day, right? Anytime you want. But you have to give teachers 24 hours to respond. They're not going to respond at 2 a.m. automatically when you're awake. Again, you could call the office between 7:30 and 3:30, same phone number. And then we have coffee with the principal meetings twice a month that you could attend with your parents to find out some more information about our school. Take advantage of these resources. In terms of reminders and things that we have, we're relaunching our school experience survey. So they're due before the end of the month. I know that a lot of you have turned them in. We have about a 67% submission rate by students. That's awesome. We have about a 50% submission rate from parents. We have to get those numbers up. Remember, the school experience survey is like our little school report card. You have to tell us how we're doing. Otherwise, we think we're doing an amazing job in everything that we're doing, right? We definitely try our best in everything, but we need to hear what you think, what your parents think. Get your parents to complete those parent portal accounts. Please, please, please. That's important. It's just another way that we get to communicate with your parents and they stay informed with how you're doing in school. Testing for COVID-19, there's going to be a little flyer at the end, but I also have something on our website as well. But to be able to get that testing for yourself and your family members, go to dailypass.lausd.net. Some of you are having trouble with technology. We do have a technology support request form. It's on our website on the left side over here, technology support request form. It's a Google form. Just tell us your name, your ID number, and what's your problem. Hey, my computer's not working. You know, the space, S, T, and R keys are not working. I didn't do anything to them. You could also say, I need a hotspot. My hotspot isn't working or my internet isn't working right now. We could help you out with that, but you have to let us know. Also, right, we've gotten a lot of requests for DACA student records. So if you need that information, right, to prove that you are enrolled in a school in the US here with us, you, again, click on that link on the bottom, on the left side of our website, fill out the information, and we could give you your transcripts and any other documents that you would need for DACA, for the deferred action. I'm turning it over now to Ms. Padilla. She's gonna go ahead and share some self-care tips.
Thank you, Mr. Magallon. Hi, everybody. I am Ms. Padilla. I am the counselor here at STEM. There might be some students that don't know me or aren't too familiar with me. I am at STEM 5 days a week. So if you need anything, you can also message me on Schoology directly, and then we can set up a meeting through there. I do want to go over some self-care tips that myself and Miss Tristan worked on for you guys. So the first one is healthy thinking. So positive self-talk. So examples of that, like you saw in the morning in the poll, are like telling yourself, I've got this, I am smart, I am loved, and I am doing the best that I can. So having that positive thought and that positive mindset, it would really help you guys out, help all of us out, not only academically, but in other parts of our lives as well. So sleep is super important, guys. I know that these past 3 weeks, some of us, myself included, would be up super late watching things on Netflix or, you know, watching movies, playing video games, and that was all fun. But now we need to go back to a more sustainable routine. And we know that school starts promptly at 9 a.m. So that means that by 8:45, 8:50, we should be super awake and alert in front of our computers, ready to learn. So that means that we need to monitor, or I guess change those sleeping habits and try to go to sleep at a much earlier time, not 2, 3 in the morning, how maybe you were going to sleep these past couple weeks for spring break. Go outside and be active. This is another great way for self-care. Of course, I do want to stress that due to the pandemic and everything that's going on, if you are deciding to go out and run or go play maybe basketball at the park or whatever it is, just make sure that you are maintaining a safe distance with other people. You are maintaining that 6 feet distance. You don't want to, you want to stay safe while you're doing that, and obviously, and wear a mask while you're outside. But there are ways to be active at home. If you have a jump rope, you can jump rope at home or right outside of your house. You can jog in place. There's tons of activities like on YouTube on yoga. So that is also one way in order to not only stretch, but also get your mind in a more positive and like serene place. So there's tons of things to do. You could also just dance in your room, dance in the living room, have a little dance party. There's tons of way to be active and be safe. These are just some tips, more tips on on coping or how to do better. Sometimes in the morning, you know, it's easy to just like turn off our alarm, grab our phone and go straight to like social media. So we want to maybe try and get rid of that habit. Sometimes that could create a lot of anxiety, especially if you follow like news Instagrams or if you go on TikTok or whatever it is that you do, or even watching the news. Sometimes I know that could create a lot of anxiety for us because of what's going on in the world, politically and with the pandemic and just everything. So sometimes lessening the amount of time we spend on TV and things like that, that can really help us. And maybe you're not noticing it, but spending less time on social media may also have a positive impact on your well-being. And of course, sleeping, meditating. Again, there are tons of videos out on YouTube that you can follow if you want to meditate, do yoga, just a workout. There's a lot of free resources out there that we want to make sure that you guys are aware. And, you know, you could even maybe do it on the weekend and Zoom one of your friends and you guys follow the same like YouTube video and you're like in a little fitness class together. There's just ways to stay connected and to stay well. And lastly, if you do feel that you're not in the best headspace and you want to talk to somebody, this is a number that is available to all of you. The 213 phone number, that is through our district. So for mental health services, so they are only available weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But at the bottom, you can see there are different numbers that are available 24 hours a day. So if at any time you are not, your mental health is not the greatest and you feel like you need someone to talk to, those numbers are available. Again, I am available at STEM the 5 days a week. Miss Tristan, our attendance counselor, she's with us twice a week. We also have a PSW that's with us once a week, and Mrs. Duarte, who's another counselor who's with us all day Thursday and half day Wednesday. So you do have those resources at our school as well, and your teachers. If you're having a rough time, you can reach out to your teachers, to Mr. Magallon, to myself, to any of the counselors, and we'll do our best to try and help you and connect you to the appropriate services in order for you to get that extra help.
Thank you, Ms. Padilla. It looks like we might have something on the Q&A or the chat box, or I can't tell on my end, but I see the little notification.
Let me, yeah, I don't know who that is in the chat box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. So just to celebrate our attendance winners and our student recognitions from the past semester, right? We have our hashtag, our BH STEM Proud and Present initiative, our campaign that we have going on. So we had our winners from last semester, just to recognize the winners. And just again, these are students that are nominated by their teachers for their hard work, not only throughout that month that they earn the recognition, but also just for being awesome overall, right? It's all about growing as a person, growing academically, growing socially, and making yourself a better person no matter what. And it helps when you get a little gift card out of it too. So congratulations, and hopefully you spent that gift card well. Question of the week winners. So Miss Tristan has been putting up a question of the week since last semester. And so we started to get some winners for those of you that answered all of the questions. So these are our question of the week winners from first semester. Congratulations to all of the winners. Keep participating. You guys give some great answers, some interesting answers too. So I like to see what you guys have as responses for some of the questions that Miss Tristan puts up. So again, the winners, you do get entered into a raffle, and you do get a gift card as well that Miss Tristan sends over to you. So keep at it, keep participating, share your thoughts, share your opinions, because they're interesting, right? We want to see what you got going on. In terms of our December attendance winners, so from our December attendance challenge, these are the ones that had weekly perfect attendance. So you received a Pokemon gift package of some sort. I'm not a Pokemon fan myself, but I know that these things are worth a lot of money, right? So congratulations to the winners. Again, attendance is important. When you're in school, that's when you learn, right? And you learn to be able to get ahead in life and do bigger and better things. So keep it up. Congratulations, winners. And keep an eye out for all of the other challenges, these same challenges that we have going on throughout the semester. Again, this is just a reminder about the testing, the COVID testing. It is available for free for all LAUSD students and their family members. You go to dailypass.lausd.net to be able to get tested. So again, it's just another resource that we have for us. And this is separate, right? These are testing centers at school sites. They're separate from the ones that the public has. So what does that mean? The lines are shorter, and then you get in and out a lot quicker as well. So again, when you are not feeling well and you think you need a test, go ahead and sign up. And also, it's just important to be able to always stay safe, right? Make sure that you're careful, that as Ms. Padilla mentioned earlier, maintain your social distance, try to limit your outings as much as you can, and just stay safe, right? It's important that you're careful and that you take care of not only yourself, but those around you. And as we mentioned earlier, right, Monday is a holiday. We will be celebrating the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And this is just a quote that we thought was relevant from him. So, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Think about it. Ms. Padilla mentioned we do have a lot of negativity out there in the media, in the news, and in social media. So it's important that you toss in your rays of positivity whenever you can, that you still reach out to those who are close to you, those who you love, and just maintain that peace, right? Hating other people is not going to make hate go away. So it's important that you stay close to those who matter to you, and you reach out, and with positivity and doing what's right, we'll be able to get through everything. That concludes our presentation for today. Yay, we made it in time. Awesome. If there are any questions, you could go ahead and type them in the Q&A, preferably in the Q&A, in the chat box that goes directly to us as well. Just a reminder, right, teachers will be sending you today your information for your workshops. If you're reporting to a workshop next week, you're going to be doing 2 sessions, one at 9 a.m., the other one at 1:20 p.m. We were able to get everyone their first or second choice. And it's going to be a great week. You're going to learn a lot. The teachers are going to learn a lot. And we got a great program going on. So take advantage of that time. If you're working on incompletes, get it over with, right? Just make it happen. No excuses. You just got to run through it and make sure that you get the job done. That's what it's all about. Ms. Padilla, did you want to add anything?
No, just great job to those of you who have completed your assignments to earn passing grades in your courses. Those of you who received incompletes, and those of you who have also who passed all your classes last semester. Awesome, good job, guys. We know that distance learning is a little difficult, more so than in person. So we're really proud of you guys and the progress that everyone is making. I just hope that those of you who still have some incompletes do work on your assignments and turn those in, or else you'll be getting phone calls from me to home. And then I do want to say congratulations to one of our students that I know of that got accepted to a university. So one of our seniors, Diana Ayala, did get accepted to Mount St. Mary's. which is awesome. Yay. So it's kind of the time where we're going to start getting a lot of acceptances, guys. So let us know, and then we'll let everyone else at our school know as well.
Awesome. Congratulations. So with that, everyone have a great weekend, recharge, re-energize, get ready for some more nonstop action next week. Have a good weekend, everyone.